It's bright and early in the morning and I am going to throw the Ned Rig yet again today. I know a lot of you have really enjoyed like my How to Fish the Ned Rig series, basically all the different techniques that you can use with this little bait. And thus far we've done the drag and dead stick, the hop and bounce, the straight swim, but today I wanted to do the swim, glide, and shake. This is another effective option for people that are trying to cover water. But enough yipping and yapping, let's start casting blasting, let's go. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to bust on a few bass. So I've only kayak fished this lake one time, and it was last year during the dog days of summer, and it was brutally terrible fishing. So I have no idea what to expect, but I have high hopes for the day. I think it'll be better than last year. I'm gonna start with this little finesse shads. I don't throw these baits a lot because they're very, very light, but I think for the swim, glide, and shake retrieve, it's gonna be a good little bait. Perfect. So the first thing that I'm gonna do on a swim, glide, and shake retrieve is I'm gonna cast it out there and I'm gonna shake it as it drifts to the bottom. Once it either hits the bottom or gets close to it, I'm gonna begin reeling. And then I'm gonna drop it and let it pendulum, and I can shake it again if I'd like. You know, that's a great way to cover some water, but it's not quite as fast as just like a straight swim. A lot of times I like a lot of the same baits that I use on a straight swim, grubs, swim baits, so on and so forth. Man, it's a really nice morning. Oh my gosh, oh, I didn't even feel that fish. But hey, the old swim, glide, and shake paid off. I think he bit on the fall. Some serious dinkage right here. But a fish is a fish, and we are not skunked today. There is no skunk in this boat. If I was using something like a little swim bait, I probably wouldn't shake it as much just because it has a little bit more action. But because this is just a straight tail, shaking it's gonna give that tail just a little bit of kick. And what's kind of cool about the swim, glide, and shake is it works for pretty much any depth. You just have to speed up your retrieve if you're working really shallow water, and you can slow it down if you want. There he is. He was kind of biting while I shook it. No way, is this a bluegill? It is, it's a warmouth. Guys, I don't know that I've caught a warmouth on video before. Look at that. Whoa, he's got some really purple colors. That is amazing. Well, I wasn't expecting to catch a warmouth today. It just shows the old Ned Rig will catch anything. My friends, that's beautiful. I don't know if you can see that purple hue that this thing gives off, but it's beautiful. See you, buddy. You'll notice that when I get in the shallower water, is that a fish? That is a fish. He bit it on kind of like the pendulum when I kind of let it sink a little bit. You'll notice when I get in the shallow water though, okay, that's one way to release a fish. I'm just kind of a mess this morning. What I'm trying to say is you'll notice when I get in the shallow water, I just basically don't let it sink as far. I let it sink for a split second basically. The trick is, guys, you want to always fish around swans. Hey, look, a fish. I was talking about how you always want to fish around swans, and I think I've got my biggest one of the day, and he bit when it was swinging down. A little bit of that pendulum. He's really not pulling drag. He's just, yeah, he's not terrible. Not too bad, not too bad. He's just a fighter, that's all. He's just a fighter. He don't want to give up. He's pretty long. Kind of a long fish. Not all that big, but look at his length. I don't know how long he would go, probably almost 15 inches, and he's skinny. All right, you long, skinny fish, go on home now. So when I say pendulum, that's the glide of the retrieve. Essentially, when you shake it, it's probably kind of shimmering down there. When you swim it, it's just obviously swimming back to you. And then when you stop retrieving, it's gonna kind of glide back down towards the bottom. Anyways, there's really three parts of this retrieve: the swim, the glide, and the shake. And I think that one thing that's important is paying attention to when these fish bite. That one fish, oh goodness, he's a jumper. This fish bit during the shake. Jeez, he's a jumper, my friends. I need to get this net a little bit more handy. He's not all that big, but he's a jumping son of a gun, I tell you, a little jumping bean. Let's see if we can bring him up. Another one about like the last, maybe a little bit shorter, but a little bit fatter. There we go, friends. My friends, I'm loving it. You know I love the Ned Rig, right? You guys know that, right? And just don't mind the fact that they're small fish. Pay more attention to the fact that hopefully you're learning something. This morning is going quite well so far. I'm very happy right now. I want to give this lake some props because I haven't been out here very long and I'm catching some fish. See you, buddy. See ya. So what we just learned is one fish bit while I was shaking. One fish bit while it was gliding, so they probably don't want it to be moving really fast when they're eating it, but maybe they don't mind if it's moving a little bit. So I'm gonna let it sink, I'm gonna shake it a little bit, and I'm gonna reel. I can reel as long as I'd like, and then I drop, and that's the pendulum. And then we're gonna pay attention for bites, we're gonna shake it a little bit again, we're gonna pop it up out of the weeds, and we're gonna start our reel. He bit on the shake. Little guy. I love how feisty they are. I wish I had someone taking video of their jumps. They've been epic jumps. Jumping like 2 feet in the air. Look at how I got him though. Right through the top of the mouth, my friends. That's exactly how you want to hook them. All right, little buddy. He bit on the shake. That was awesome. On the shake. Same thing as last time. I think there's just a school of these little guys down there. Oh, he popped off. I think I loosened my drag just a little bit too much on that one fish. Oh, there he is. Oof-da. Man, they're fighting hard. For not being all that big, that fish just pulled like a dang train. Freight train. Look at that little guy. Always a good time. Ned Rig right in the roof of the mouth. I'm pegging them today. Love it, love it. Ooh, what a perfect cast. There he is. I saw that fish surface. Wow, he jumped immediately. Jumped about 1.5 feet out of the water. I love it. I love this so much. Gotta love the Ned Rig. What a jump, dude. They are in a jumping mood. I love it. I just think there's a huge population of these guys in here. Good times on the water, my friends. All right, see you, buddy. Absolutely destroying them today. I needed this. I haven't had one bite while I was actually straight swimming it back. All these fish are biting when I'm either, there it is, shaking it or gliding it. I think that fish actually bit while I was gliding it. My goodness, it's a dink festival today, my friends. I think this, ow, 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 dorsal fin, son of a gun, I hate it when I do that. Okay, now that I'm fishing a little bit deeper, it's gonna require a little bit more patience. I'm gonna shake it. Oh, no way. Require not very much patience, because he ate it right away. I don't know how big this fish is. I think it's probably about like the others, but he is pulling a good bit, but they've all been pulling a good bit. Not bad. Certainly not bad. Just another one of those decent little 13.5 inchers, little chunk. Again, another little dink. I just think this place is just so populated with fish. The fact that last time I was here in the dog days of summer, it was so bad fishing, doesn't make sense because there's a ton of fish in here. If you like Ned Rig beatdowns, you came to the right place because I love them. Oh man, hammered it. Just another little jump, little jumping bean. Just the sheer amount of fish today is just stupid. There he is. While I was shaking it again. And again, just another one of these little guys. Can't complain about it. I don't know how many fish I've caught, but there's been a lot of them. There we go. Little guy chomped it yet again. Man, I'm just getting him right through the noggin. Gotta love it. And little finesse shads, little jumbo juicy. I'm gonna go ahead and cut today's fishing trip short despite the fact that we're out there crushing them. I've got a few errands I need to run, so I'm gonna get going. Here's the deal. If you wanna see more information on how to fish the Ned Rig, all the different retrieve techniques, click that playlist right there. We will see you over there.